be able to help all the many people who appear to be in need here. It's unfortunate that we have to be living in such dire economic times, but as a member of the National Basketball Players Association and the players who are standing behind me, we obviously consider it a privilege to be able to do what we're doing, to be able to come in and make a contribution, however slight it might be. We're obviously appreciative of the opportunity to continue to partner with Feed the Children, who we have been putting on these events for the last 7 years in various cities throughout the U.S., particularly during the holiday season. And we're even more happy to be associating this week with President Adrian Fante of Washington, D.C. And it's been through Mayor Fante's efforts that we've been able to, get the accommodations that you see here at the Convention Center and many of the other support services that have been provided to make this event a success. So my hat goes off to him, my hat goes off to Feed the Children, and obviously to the players who are standing behind me. It's indeed a pleasure to be able to represent the 450 players of the National Basketball Players Association, as well as the 200 women who happen to be affiliated with the WNBA. We represent both men and women in the Players Associations, and but for their willingness to contribute, but for the fact that these guys are willing to step up and allow us to assess them, we wouldn't be able to participate in these kinds of events. And as you can see, this is no small effort. Today we're going to be servicing, or will service, some 10,000 families. We're providing them with food, personal care items, toys, clothing, you name it, and it's here. And I'm hoping that as a result of the efforts that we're making, that the people are going to be extremely appreciative, and it does bring them some modicum of relief. As we proceed, what I want to do is I want to first take a moment to introduce the players who are standing here before I bring on Mayor Fante. We have Randy Foy, Mike James, JaVale McGee, and Nick Young of the Washington Wizards. We have Pops Mensu Bonsu of the Toronto Raptors, DeMar DeRozan of the Raptors, Jared Jack of the Raptors, Patrick O'Brien of the Raptors, and Amir Johnson. I want to really thank these guys for coming out, because this is sort of the icing on the cake for the folks to come out and see that not only do they make the financial contribution, but they're willing to come off, especially the Raptors. They step in, they fly in about an hour ago to get off the plane. They come over here to help support this event. The reality is this is their event in conjunction with Feed the Children and Mayor Fante of Washington, D.C. I also want to thank Alex English, who's present, along with Eric Hughes, both of whom are assistant coaches with the Raptors. Alex is a former star in the NBA, one of our NBA greats, and so I'm most appreciative of Alex being here as well. That having been said, I want to take this moment to hand the mic to Mayor Adrian Fante.
Thank you very much to Billy and the entire National Basketball Association, Players Association. Let me just give a summary of what we've done today in D.C. and what we will do. Up to 10,000 district families will receive holiday baskets. In total, the distribution will be the contents of 26 trucks. There's 10 trucks of food boxes, 10 trucks of personal care boxes, 4 trucks of cosmetic boxes, 1 truck that contained over 5,000 new jackets, and 1 truck that contained toys and books for kids. 500,000 pounds of items given away to 10,000 residents of Washington, D.C. And I know everyone has already done this, but please give a big round of applause for all of these players from the Raptors and the Wizards and the leadership of the National Basketball Players Association. I just want to say, Billy, as you guys probably came in, you probably saw the looks of joy on so many people's faces, the seniors, the families with young kids. I know that the NBA and the NBA Players Association does these types of events all the time, but I think I can speak for most people in D.C. This is probably the biggest turkey, coat, and gift giveaway that this city has seen in a long, long time. And I know you got to get right to where you're going because you're professional athletes and you do a great job. But please know that you made a tremendous a difference in the lives of so many needy residents in your nation's capital, and in addition to everything else you do in your life, hopefully I know these people will never forget it. One other thing we want to add as a group, today is December 3rd, 2009. 2 years ago in Washington, D.C., on December 3rd, we dedicated a street to Abe Pollin, the recently deceased owner of the Washington Wizards and Washington Capitals, Washington Mystics. Mr. Pollin's birthday is December 3rd, and so it's just so fitting that we're having this event to celebrate and commemorate his life. He wasn't just a great owner, but throughout his life, he dedicated himself to giving back to his community. He did that in a lot of different ways. One of them was helping out those who are most needy. So we're really continuing his great legacy as well in today's event. Thank everybody for coming out. God bless you.
As we indicated, as I stated earlier, it wouldn't be possible without our relationship with Feed the Children. We've been in a great relationship with this entity for the last 7 years. And as a result, we've been able to not only engage in food distributions here in the U.S., but we've been able to go to Africa, to Kenya, where we've had a major impact over the last several years. And it's really been a great pleasure and a benefit to me on behalf of our players to be able to engage in the relationship. Speaking on behalf of Feed the Children is Mr. Tony Selling.
Thanks, Billy, and I want to first show our appreciation to the NBA Players Association and all the players here today. As Mayor Finney mentioned, and we appreciate the hospitality of the city of Washington, D.C. as well. This truck right here represents one of 26 trucks that rolled in here with food and personal care items for over 10,000 people. During our relationship with the NBA Players Association, over 60,000 families have been helped nationwide during those 7 events. And the trucks you see here today and the 10,000 people we're helping today is the kickoff of our Christmas caravan. We're going to be sending 175 truckloads of food and personal care items all across the United States during this holiday season. And in our 30 years of existence of Feed the Children, as Billy mentioned, we have never seen conditions worse in the United States than we see them right now. Everybody is hurting. It's not the urban areas. It's not the South. It's not a particular section of the country. It's border to border and coast to coast. And to see the smiles on the people's faces when they're leaving today, we know that the players here know that you're giving these people help and hope and trying to lift them back up and get them back on their feet in this very difficult situation. I also want to recognize another group today, and that's all of the volunteers that have worked so hard today, getting things organized and getting things together. They've been here since the crack of dawn, and they'll be here, I'm sorry to tell you folks, maybe up to midnight tonight. So this is a very long day today. Once again, our appreciation for the turnout. We hope this event makes an impact, and we hope to continue our relationship with the NBA and the Players Association for many years to come. Thank you.